is October 5th, Saturday. Let's see. Might head up to Sandwich Notch, see what the foliage is doing there. But first, I'm going to see if I can get some coffee. It's supposed to hit 70 today, supposedly. Let's see how that goes. See, a lot of the leaves are falling already. But you can see a lot of the leaves are still green, too, so we're not quite at the full foliage season here. Initially I said they were going to change fast, and then I started to notice that they weren't changing fast. There was one period where they started to change like overnight, and they just stopped for like a week. And I said, no, it looks like they're going to change slow this year. It looks like they may be right. Had a little bit of rain last night. This guy's driving on the wrong side of the road. That always gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. These leaves are in full session here. One of the many beautiful farms here. To make this New Hampshire trip complete, bird shit on the window. Can't get more New Hampshire than that. Beautiful fall foliage ride, anchored down by a little bit of bird shit. We don't like to get too sanctimonious around here. Let's see if I can get a nice view of this. Look at that. Beautiful, eh? Wow, look at how many leaves fell just from yesterday. Look at this road. Could make a golf course here. Look at it. Now they do mow and harvest this grass for feed or fodder. I wonder how profitable that is compared to other forms of agriculture. If you own livestock, it certainly saves you money. How much is the question? Is it worth grass farming versus I don't know, corn. I think I'd stick with grass personally. It seems like the best option. So the mainstream media is playing damage control for our beloved government bureaucracy. Um, Even Fox, which is no surprise. They were always controlled opposition. But, saying that, oh, FEMA didn't blow $1 billion on, you know, immigrants and whatnot. And FEMA's like, oh, no, that comes from a different section of the budget. It's like, okay. Like, talk about fucking bureaucrats, right? But I mean, we've seen the people on the ground. We've seen the interviews, Massachusetts and Ohio and everything, and we know that they're doing it. I mean, it wasn't a surprise to me to hear that because I already knew. I saw all the footage, the National Guard's being used to guard them. This person can talk about your head up your ass, man. What the hell? So yeah, I mean, they're lying. Big shock. I mean, I was talking to my wife. I said, remember, like when you were a kid, something like this it would be nonstop news coverage, as opposed to what? Like nothing. There's barely any news coverage about this. It's pretty scary. Let's see if coffee is an option this morning. I sure hope it is, because I can use some. Let's see here. Maybe not. A little too packed here. I don't know where I'm gonna go then. It sucks. too many people. I mean, it's a Saturday. It's leaf season. Yeah, good places to get coffee, just like food around here. Few and far between. Why are we going 35? Oh, because New Jersey, that's why. But bump. You want to do leaf peeping, go on something that's not a major route, just FYI. People use these major routes, highways, whatever you want to call them, to get places quickly. You know how it goes, right? Shouldn't have to say that. Just, plop onto one of these back roads. There's a billion of them. They all go to the same area. That's New Hampshire. Every back road goes to the same spot. New Hampshire, every back road goes to the same place or it doesn't go anywhere. That's basically it. Well, I guess I got a good reason not to stay on 175. Trail ride. New England horse people, look out. What's with that? What's with people still calling Trump Drumpf? And how is that an insult? I mean, if that was his German surname, big fucking deal. Right? I don't get that. Like, it's supposed to be an insult? Oh, that's a nice house. Look at all the turkeys. What are you doing, dude? Go get one of them damn turkeys. Isn't it turkey season? I don't like to take the life of my precious turkeys. Precious turkeys of preciousness. Oh man, I'm going all the way into Sandwich without coffee. It's gonna be rough. I could go to Campton, but that's probably packed. But at least there's parking there. That's the problem with that damn place. There's no damn parking, unless you park on the street. Who the fuck wants to do that? This ain't no goddamn city. If I want to live in the city, I go to the city. Mad River Coffee House is usually packed here, especially on Saturday, which I haven't tested yet. But at least they have places to park, a big parking lot, Or there's a place in Sandwich called the Foothills, which looks a little fancy in the pantsy, but hey, that just might mean they have excellent coffee. Or not. Their sandwiches look really good. I'm a little bit of an oddball with my taste in sandwiches. My wife is your typical American who thinks a good sandwich just has a lot of meat on it. Completely ignores the bread. Doesn't matter, like you could use any bread. It's like me, I'm like the opposite. I'm like the Family Guy with the Italians at the trade school. Hey, you never had a bread sandwich? Oh, it's amazing. You gotta try it. The bread to me, the quality of the bread is at least 70%, if not more, of the overall quality of the sandwich. If the bread sucks, there's nothing you can do to make that a good sandwich. If you got that shitty, soft, Wonder Bread kind of bullshit cake, it's not even bread. Even a lot of the rolls suck. 80%, 90% of the rolls that you buy in the store are garbage. And, you go to any good deli to get a good sandwich, and they're not using that shit bread. best rolls you can get around here, the best bread you can get around here at the grocery store is Fantini. And they're, gosh, I mean, when I was a kid, growing up, oh God, my eyes are really stinging. What the hell is going on? I'm like tearing up. Ow, what the hell? I'm having some kind of allergic reaction to something. Oh, wow. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, when I was a kid, we grew up, New Haven wasn't far away. And we're talking, I remember getting a carriage ride. What the, oh, man. Calm down, it's okay. Okay, let's look at the scenery. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. This, watch, they're gonna think like they own this fucking place. But where was I now? Yeah, 88 cents. The company was, I think we would always get a company called Meliti. They sold it at all the grocery stores around there. Oh man, that was good. It's really crusty and, soft on the inside, nice hard crust on the outside. Just perfect. It was your perfect Italian rustic loaf, You just can't buy that. I mean, it's so hard to find real bread at the grocery store. They could call it Italian, they could call it French. It's no such thing. If you've ever had real Italian or real French bread, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Fantini makes really good rolls, like the best you can buy at the store around here. And you can put anything on that. It's a good sandwich. What I was trying to say originally is, I like how the Italians and the French do sandwiches, which is, it's about the bread, and you don't need a lot of meat, So I'm more of like, my meat to bread ratio is not what most people would probably like, unless they try it, then they might. But let's just say I like a thin layer of meat. And I don't like too many condiments. It's got to be, everything's about the quality. Quality over quantity. You can have really good taste in things and not be a fucking snob. Like, I love craft beer. I used to brew beer. But I'll still fucking drink I'll drink Miller Lite, no problem, you know what I mean? As long as it tastes good to me. Miller Lite tastes pretty much like nothing. It's got like the essence of a Pilsner in there, but it's very drinkable, especially on a hot summer day. And you don't want something too heavy, Now, the best Pilsner I ever had, my all-time favorite, like everyday Pilsner, was a classic German Pilsner that they don't sell in America anymore, called Dinkelhocker. And as I understand it, that was just like a super mainstream German beer back in the day. The other one that I really like is not on the same level. It's a little too much bitter. I like bitter, but I don't like it to be the defining, factor in the profile. Bitburger is another really good one. Super mainstream German beer. But my all-time favorite, like the Pilsner that I think was like the best Pilsner that I ever had. The Pilsners are my favorite. Not Czech Pilsners. I like the classic German Pilsners. I know Czech is the original Pilsner, and they're good, but they're not my favorite. I like the classic German Pilsner. I like their lagering process. I like the flavor profile. It's very grainy. I like to taste that nutty, grainy quality. Not huge on sweet malt. I like dry, nutty flavor. So, the best Pilsner I ever had was called Schwelmer's. I think they just called it Pils. And they came in little swing cap bottles. And those are, I actually used to save all those little swing cap bottles and use them for my own beer making. That was the best Pilsner, hands down. And here's another little opinion for you. Americans can't make Pilsners for shit. Even the craft brews, they just overcomplicate it. I think they're afraid of tasting too much like a good old school macro brew, which, if I could, that was the ultimate. Do you remember what Budweiser used to taste like? Do you remember what Peels used to taste like? Do you remember what Rolling Rock used to taste like? They used to be fantastic. And then they turned to water. But that's to me, that's the holy grail. Again, I always come full circle. And kind of come back to what used to be mainstream. That's no longer, the quality is usually dissipated by that point. Companies, corporations, American corporations who just continue to, cut away all the character and quality of their product to try to cheat, the American people. It's the American way. Got to get that bottom line up. I understand some people might not like Trump, but to call him a parasite? Really? Compared to Joe Biden? Or Kamala Harris? Two, truly evil people? Because, you have people that are just stupid, that do bad things, like the voter base who vote for those people. They do bad things, they might think they're doing good things. But then you got people who consciously choose to do bad things, and that's who you got sitting in the White House right now. Why would you call Trump a parasite? Is that the ultimate in Trump derangement syndrome? These people going to the barber, or are they turning on that road? Because if those people are turning on that road going that slow, I ain't going that way. Jesus. Well, fuck that. It's Saturday. Everyone gets in your way on a Saturday. Well, let's go check out Mad River, and if that's packed, and we'll go do something else. Maybe I'll just have to go to Dunkin'. No. Never. I wouldn't hate Dunkin' so much if it didn't give me indigestion. Beans are so sour. They're just unripe acid beans. You gotta put, it's kind of cover where you have to put cream and sugar in it for it to be good. That's people that go to Dunkin', that's how they drink it. So it's not, to me that's not coffee. That's a coffee drink. It's milk and sugar with a bit of coffee flavor in it. Oh my gosh, look at this place. They weren't kidding. Well, is that the hardware store or the coffee shop? That's the damn coffee shop. Fuck that shit. That's insanity. There's people out the door? Jesus Christ. Just for coffee. Man, they ain't joking. Well, I think I'm just gonna go back home. Well, since I'm here, I guess I'll just do a quick sandwich nacharon and. All right, let's soak in the views, man. New Jersey. Here's the views. Massachusetts. New Hampshire. Massachusetts.